Hey there folks and welcome to a new vid. Today we are playing Dota 2. This is not live, this is a replay commentary. But you're watching the recording of me playing it rather than me going into the replay on Dota for very boring technical reasons about what I can currently record with and which recording buttons have, after an update, magically disappeared. Thank you very much, GE Force. Anyway, here we are. Today we are playing a Sven game, which is extremely unusual for me. Sven is a carry. He's a strength carry. I haven't just made that up, have I? He is. He's a strength carry, and he's melee. He's all the things that I like to avoid in Dota. But this is what our team needed, alas. So I felt obligated to pick Sven. And it's always good to be, play new heroes. And Sven is meant to be very good at the moment. However, in the latest update, I think it's just happened today, in fact, he has got a bit of a nerf with his god strength abilities being reduced and his base attack speed being reduced, which was a bit annoyed because, as you're going to see in this game, I kind of loved it because I felt invincible and it was utterly bizarre. I am not used to feeling invincible in Dota. But yeah, so I was following the Tortellini build, considering that if I was left to make my own choices regarding build, I'd probably go, I don't know, Manta, Butterfly. It'd be a disaster is what I'm saying. I just do silly things. So here we are. I am in bot lane with Dazzle. The Dazzle who hated me. I don't know why he hated me. That was never explained to me. But I was a bad player and didn't know what I was doing, which was technically true, but also I don't feel that I did anything at the point where he said that was so incredibly stupid that I should just get toxic salt for it. Later on though, he did go off on our mid for reasons that I'm not entirely sure of. But yeah, after that I thought, hey, maybe I didn't do anything incredibly stupid. Maybe Dazzle's just generally angry at stuff. So, bought Bounty Rune, which was weird. I never get the Bounty Rune. But yeah, here I am attempting to block creeps. Some pro creep blocking here. Oh, okay. That is actually quite good creep blocking for me. I normally manage to get one and then they walk around me because I time it wrongly. And I know that in 7.06 the creeps now meet slightly closer to the off lane, so I don't feel too bad about them going this far. Plus, I think that the Spirit Breaker was also blocking, so it's fine. It's fine. And now we're going to see some top 2k last hitting. So obviously, you're the carry, you last hit. This Dazzle, actually, I don't know why I shouldn't complain too much, because in 2k, if you are in the lane and you're the carry and your support is not competing with last hits, that's a plus. That's a big plus. That's something delightful and should be valued and treasured. So, although a salty fellow, the Dazzle at least seemed to have played Dazzle before and didn't want my farm. So that was nice. And they pulled. They pulled as well. So everything's good. I don't know why they pulled. I don't think they meant to do that. Last hitting under tower was very bad for... It's difficult. Oh wait, no, I got one. Brilliant. Three last hits in 90 seconds. Quality 2k play here, people. There's just going to be a lot of last hitting for the next, 12 minutes. And in 2k, the laning phase is excessively long. If you are stuck in 1k and wondering how to get out, play a carry or play techies. Get good at techies for your MMR and you can race very quickly. But if you don't want to do that, if you want something that might be more useful, you can either play mid, but mid is the most contested spot on the map. And one thing that's very difficult is when you don't want to get into an argument with your team before the game because your aim is to win the game. Safe lane is less contested, so learn to play safe lane carries. I never did this. I have not raised it in my MMR by over 2,000. Was it 200? No, 300? 400? 2,400 almost. By playing techies and a bit of mid. But I never did this, although I feel it's a sound strategy. I feel I feel I might try this. I might try and practice more safe lane carries and see if I can have more impact on the game this way and maybe raise my MMR a few hundred more. Yay, look at me storm hammering and hitting him at the wrong moment. Okay, that just, I could have got that kill. What I should have done is saved my storm hammer for when he tried to run away and then stunned him. But that was just, I don't know, that was just not being familiar with Sven, and not having the right feel. Oh, techies. You missed. Oh, wait, you didn't. Dazzle's dying here. Oh, dear. See, this lane was not the easiest lane ever, and I was kind of scared because I was playing against techies, and normally I'm the techies in this lane. On the bright side, I knew what I thought I would do in the techies in this situation. So, at least I was familiar with techies' ways. They did like to bomb the side shop, which, I don't know, when I find out there's bombs, I want to make them explode, which wasn't always the wisest decision, but I didn't do anything phenomenally stupid. I don't think. I almost died once to the bombs. And that was purely because I know they're there, I must explode them, or I must try and get the gold from them, which is a terrible instinct to have, because it's slightly self-destructive. But anyway, they weren't the worst techies I've seen at 2K, I have to say. So more dubious last hitting. This is another thing that I have to learn as a carry is like your most effective farming patterns, because there's definitely I only realised, oh, that was nice, because it's like, ooh, 50 gold, mine. Oh yeah, that stuff is great. I couldn't find any more, which was made it sad. Farming patterns in the lane here, I feel like, oh, I don't know, maybe I should have gone to like one of the camps in the jungle, like the big camp there, and like farmed it. I could have alternated that with the lane, and that would have got me XP faster. But it's just a lack. That was me looking for a bomb because I knew one was there because I heard the little sound go off, but I couldn't see it, and I could guess where it was put because of where I normally put them, but I couldn't like get around the trees fast enough. So I don't know, maybe what happened there? Something good happened, so I applaud. I love these sound things that have come with the battle pass, just because I like being able to go yay in a different way to my team when something good happens. Yeah, I think that Dazzle might have stacked that camp for me. I don't know if it's deliberate or not. It feels like they might have stacked it for me, but they also haven't pinged it for me to like notice it. So it's partially my fault for being new to Sven, but also partially theirs for not saying stack this camp. I mean, they might have wanted that for creeps. I'm very wary of taking those two camps there because I know as a support I want those camps so I can pull. And I want the experience for those camps because my carry's getting all the experience in lane, or I'm trying to give them as much of the experience in lane as possible. So I need those camps so I can get some. So, I don't know. Maybe better communication with the support would have helped. That's another thing. If you can communicate effectively to your team, that means don't shout or swear at them or tell them they're terrible. If they're terrible, you can yell, but make sure you don't tell them that, you know. Switch your mic off, or don't switch on the mic, or rather push talk or whatever, and then yell at them. Make sure the mic is off and then yell. That's fine. So 6-minute boots. Okay, since I usually play support, that felt pretty cool to me at the time. I don't know if it's actually good though. It's probably not very good. How's my last hits? 25 last hits. It felt really good to me just because I'm just bad at it. And I'm bad at it because I don't have a lot of practice at it, because I don't play carry, I play support, or I play techies. So it's not a very necessary part of my Dota play style. But I do kind of want to do more Sven after this. This is why we're watching this game. Partially because it's just a hero I haven't played very much, like a handful of games over the course of almost a year now. But also because I didn't think I was abysmal. This was definitely an effective 2K performance of Sven. So if you're stuck down at 800 MMR, it may be helpful. Helpful, inverted commas. A little bit helpful. If you are an average player of Dota, why are you watching this? This is ridiculous. Go watch some good Dota. This isn't good Dota. It's dubious Dota. This is the Dota of the mediocrely bad that I'm putting up to help the truly terrible who are like, what do I do? Because I find, because when I was getting better at Dota and stopped being completely terrible, it was very easy to find, obviously, pro games. And it's very easy. The problem with watching pro games and getting tips from pro games is you can pick up the odd good thing, but they rely a huge amount on the team dynamic and the team working very well together, knowing each other very well, and cooperating. Whereas one of the challenges in Dota as a game is that you're flung in with, more often than not, 4 complete strangers. And some of them are going to be assholes. And you have to cooperate if you want to win, which means a completely different sort of, almost got it. A completely different kind of psychological outlook on the game. Don't underestimate the effectiveness of psychology in Dota. If you can break someone on the other team so that they start flaming and yelling and get them so pissed off that they do that, then more often than not you've won. So, there you go. Always be calm. Practice being a Vulcan when playing Dota. Pretend you're a Vulcan. That's good Dota advice. Right. I think I pinged... Oh, there we are. 2 bot. And that was my passive-aggressive way of saying, I can't farm. What I should have done was go to the jungle. There we go. Because we're watching me as I'm playing this, we get to see Dazzle. STFU. See, I think he was thinking I was criticising him, which I sort of was, but also I wasn't. It wasn't a criticism. It was just like me saying I need to have a bit of help here. Because I did. Maybe I should have just gone to the jungle, though. I should have just gone to the jungle. Anyway, yay! So you can see actually what the team chat was this time. So you can see Dazzle and decide whether or not they were right, that I was terrible, or maybe that Dazzle was just angry. Decide for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Yay, a stack! I'm at last farming it. I think. So now I'm pushing the lane. Approx on those last hits. I want to take the tower. It's 10 minutes in. It's time to kill some towers. Or not. No, it's time to, in fact, to blow up some more bombs. And possibly die to Spirit Breaker. Oh! Dazzle saved me. That's actually quite good. Well done, Dazzle. And I'm just running for my life. I got so much extra armor there from Dazzle and from Help Bot Lane. Sven, so bad player. Harsh! Harsh! Very harsh. Doesn't tell me why. Did they want me to turn around and fight there, maybe? Maybe I should have fought. Maybe that was my mistake. I should have God's strength and turned and fought and paused and things. I don't know. My instinct was to run away because I'm used to being incredibly fragile. And Sven isn't as tanky as what you know, he's not like a bristleback. He's not like technically an Undying. Not the way I play Undying, but, you know, Undying with 0 health can basically turn around a fight and kill a gank on him if you know what you're doing and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have. But hey, technically I didn't die, so I wasn't feeding, so that was helpful. I don't know. But yeah, so running away when I'm low health. That's what you want from your carry, possibly. And now to the jungle to farm, because I needed stuff. Got some lifesteal now, so much easier to farm jungle. Plus, also farm jungle very quickly because I'm Sven. Have a Morbid Mask, which I was a little bit using Warcry to run about faster. But I was a little bit nervous about Morbid Mask because you take more damage when you're using it. But as it turns out, it really speeds up the farm something ridiculous, and it also means you can take down buildings in about 5 seconds. So I'm less scared of it now. And I'm getting my health back as I'm farming because I now have lifesteal. Am I going to use the Morbid Mask? Use the Morbid Mask to be faster! I totally did eventually remember to use it. I was just scared of using it. Bear in mind, people, this is my first time playing Sven for at least 6 months, so silly mistakes are here. Oh, yeah, a fight? Thought I'd get in that. Oh, this was the annoying one! No, it wasn't. No, that was earlier. Sorry, never mind. I got that! That was fine! I didn't die. I got a kill. Or I helped get a kill. Wasn't my kill, but... Oh, see, okay, Dazzle isn't all bad. He apologises because someone died and he thought he should have somehow been able to save them. Maybe I misjudged Dazzle. But, oh, Techie's bombs. But foolishly, there weren't quite enough there to blow me up. You see that, Sven? Inverted commas around the Sven. You're not a real Sven. You're just an idiot pretending to play Sven, which, again, annoyingly, technically correct. But apparently I was meant to do, I don't know what I was supposed to do there. I thought that going in to help with the kill and then leaving and making sure I didn't die was good. But maybe as a carrier you're meant to do more. Because that's what I do as a support. Anyway, back to farming jungle, which is incredibly tedious. I had a very dull anti-mage game yesterday, where I got to play TA mid, which I haven't done for a while, and I wasn't terrible. I wasn't great, but I wasn't terrible. And it was a lot of fun because I love playing TA. But sadly, for about 20 minutes of the game, 4 of us were essentially going, what do we do? Or Necro was going, plan. And I was suggesting maybe we could smoke and take a fight. And Anti-Mage was farming. And I know Anti-Mage has to farm. I know that's their thing. I know that's how you win games with Anti-Mage, by essentially doing all the farming and then being a terrifying monster person. What is this? This techie says a haste and is running about. I should have been able to kill them probably. But I wasn't. I was like, I'm not interested in killing techies at the moment. What I want to do is farm ancients. I suppose we could call that a mistake. I should have, storm hammered him or something. Do I? Oh, I get him. It's fine. I kill the bomb and then I kill techies. Easy. That wasn't so bad. I got a kill out of that. And it felt pretty casual when I was doing it, because I was like, I'll just farm ancients and ignore you. Oh, you're coming back. Now I'll kill you. That felt pretty good. But yeah, this constant farming thing. I know it can win games. I know out farming your opponents will more often than not win a game. And if you've got something like an anti-mage in your team and they don't have a farming hero like Alchemist or something, then because you're obviously going to be farming faster, and which was happening, anti-mage was basically farming the whole jungle and no one else got any camps, you win. So I was doing the same thing with Sven. Mostly because I've got no game sense with Sven. Not having played the hero, you don't have good game sense, so I don't know when it's safe to, I'll take a fight with techies, obviously, because I play techies, and I know how scared techies should be of everyone. Sorry, my voice. I've woken up not that long ago, so my voice is a little bit croaky. Obviously, you can always take a fight with techies, but it's very difficult to know with the rest of them if it's a good idea. Because I lack the game sense, and that only comes with experience for you to actually know, is it okay to take a fight? But yeah, still farming. Nothing better to do. Now actually using the Morbid Mask. Not pressing my hotkey, using my mouse to press it, but still farming. So quick. This game was also before the Sven nerf that happened yesterday or the day before, where they reduced his god strength down from something 40 to something 36, and they reduced his base attack speed by a little bit as well, which seems harsh. Just when we're discovering how good Sven could be. They quite like these bombs, because it's 50 gold for everyone you find and kill. And Axe. Oh, no? Okay, Axe is fine. Oh, no! I've killed Axe! Axe is dead! Ha ha! You lose, Axe. Wait, what was that? Yeah, that was Arc Warden getting angry. Not Arc Warden, Dazzle getting angry. Lots of pinging there! Oh, someone nicked the courier from Arc Warden, so he's being sarky. Which is fair enough. Don't mind sarkiness. But all those pings. Oh, caps locking. See, I didn't get caps locking. Oh. Oh dear. I am quite amused by I think Arc Warden's responses to this saltiness are fairly reasonable. Whereas Dazzle is quite angry. Alas. Still farming. Back to farming. She also apologised, I suppose I should apologise. Apologise for the lack of game sound. The reason being, as I said earlier, this is a recording of when I was playing the game. So it's also got my commentary. The nonsense that I was talking whilst playing Sven on it, as well as the game sound. And I wanted a more considered commentary. Yes, I know. This is the more considered commentary. Still farming. I know it is boring, but it will win the game. And that's what you want. So then you can rise in MMR and farm more. That's not right, is it? That is right. That is what will happen. Still just farming. What am I building now? Sangin Yasha. Okay, I was a bit iffy about this item because I know Sangin Yasha isn't a terribly popular item. It was what it was in the Tortellini guide, which I'm following for this game because I'm just like, I've got no idea what to build for Sven. What's a good idea? Follow the guide, you know, which is a very sensible thing to do the first time you're playing the hero, or the first time you're playing them for months. A Sangin Yasha, the only hero that I usually almost always try and get it on is Ricky, where it's just, you hit so hard with it and it just feels so good on Ricky. There's no other hero where I'm like, I must get Sangin Yasha. That seems like a really good idea. There probably are other heroes where it is a good idea, or there are circumstances where it's a good idea that I just don't notice. But yeah, I got it. It felt iffy because I'm like, I don't know what it's like. Oh, I was ran all the way up here for the fight. I was so scared I was going to get there when the fight was over and wasn't going to be able to help. Don't know if I actually helped. Ian instantly got, I want to say chronode, it's not a chronode, voided by void. But hey, I'm out and hitting him, and he goes down pretty quickly. That felt pretty good, because I know Outworld Devourer, a half-decent Outworld Devourer at my MMR, which is now 2.7k. I am no longer in the doldrums of 2.6k. I have scraped into 2.7k. I am almost 3k in many ways. Almost average. But yeah, my MMR, a half-decent Outworld Devourer, I can wreck so easily. It's so difficult for the team to sort of figure out how to counter it. Back to farming. We had to fight. Back to farming. Well, we could push. I think we're stronger. But Night Stalker has a gem. I didn't know that. Have any of us been in Viz? Night Stalker is our team. We have a gem so we can push, which is handy. And one of them's dead, so yay, farming. Don't want to go hit those bombs. That is an excessive amount of bombs there. You only need like 6. Maybe 7. If you've got someone really tanky. Unless if there's actually going to be follow-up from the team. But you're not going to get a team who actually... Oh, bye-bye techies. No, you should... Too close. Too close. And I'm hitting creeps. And I would like to hit the tower. Running back, obviously, to escort the creeps. That's the sensible thing to do. Oh! Is there someone over there? Or is it just bombs? No, we're not pushing, apparently. If we're not pushing, go back to farming. We've decided not to push, so we're going to farm. I'm just using Warcry to run faster. Which is very sensible, I'm sure. It's perfectly good use of the talent. Rearranging my items. Mostly because that middle bottom one is the spacebar, which is the one hotkey I'm actually capable of pressing reasonably. without going, oh dear God, I've pressed the wrong button. I know where the spacebar is. And that's my blink, which I got quite late. I think maybe it might have been better to get blink first because it's safer and it also means you can be more effective earlier because you can initiate. But I find blinks extremely annoying. I'd rather get a shadow blade every time. But I know it's not as good as blinking. Usually. But now I can initiate, and I think my next item was going to be an MKB because they've got... because that means that Techies is going to be extrememly irritated and have a lot of trouble killing me as long as I use it properly. Because I was a bit worried about bombs. Because Sven is not incredibly tanky or anything. But once I had the MKB, then I could just hit things for like 10 seconds and no one could stop me. It was amazing, and it's going to happen very shortly. I don't think this Arc Warden was terrible either, which is also cool. That's another hero that in my MMR, if you can play half decently, they can wreck more games than not quite easily. Because no one knows how to play against them. It's the same with Leshrac usually. Less so with Pugna, because Pugna is... I know Leshrac and Pugna are both really, really delicate, but people are just a little bit more familiar with Pugna than Leshrac. Who's another one at our MMR that's really... You're scared if they're half decent. Meepo, obviously. Terrifying. It is the more difficult to play ones. There's plenty of decent for 3K MMR invokers, even though some people seem to think there aren't. There totally are. Oh, got a fight! Okay. This was the fight where I initiated very, very badly, as you probably saw. But it made the fight happen. And therefore... And they're all dead. The fight happened, so I didn't feel bad about dying. It was like, okay, I didn't initiate with any elegance whatsoever, and I didn't really get to fight very much. But I made the fight happen, and we got a team wipe. So I didn't feel too bad about that. It was a bit disappointing. This was the fight where I hard I was very, very badly, as you probably saw. But it made the fight happen. It went down pretty quickly. Even with therefore Dazzle graved me, which was great. And they're all dead. They're all dead. The fight happened, so I didn't feel bad about dying. It was like, okay, I didn't initiate with any elegance whatsoever, and I didn't really get to fight very much. So I'm getting my MPB. I made the fight happen, and we got a team wipe. So a little bit easier for me. I didn't feel too bad about that. It was a bit disappointing. That's another thing. I really wanted to see how hard I would hit in a fight. But 2k MR, if you if you're stuck in 1k, it went down pretty quickly. You do it, even with hero who can initiate a fight, which is great. So that what will happen is stupidly, I think I kind of tried to back away when I saw it was that your heroes, they all start to just like group together and the other team groups together, and you sort of are running about very near each other, trying to start the fight, but no one actually starting it. So if you can that's learn to initiate well, which I can't and which I hate doing. 2k or if you're like you're stuck in 1k, like if you can learn to get a hero really well, initiate a fight. That's a great hero. So what will happen is it happens at 2k as well all the time. Is that your heroes, they all start to group together and the other team group together, and you sort of are running about. Well, I didn't kill very near each other, trying to start the fight. But no one actually starting it. I kind of wanted to go after the Odio. So if you're going in, we are going in because I don't want to waste my ulti. Hey, got one. But if you can't, like, so yeah, I'm learning to play Axe pretty really gosh darn hard now. That was a lot of fun for this MMR. It was. I did pick Sven because it was like we needed a carry, and Sven was. No, well, I didn't kill the Mark Ward, like some Dota picker, which I used to help me with my drafting, which is terrible. Otherwise. Kind of wanted to go after the Odio. We're going in. We are going in because I don't want to waste my ulti. Hey, got one. We're hitting him. Oh no! So yeah, I'm hitting help pretty gosh darn hard now. That was a lot of fun. And now we're just hitting buildings between Arc Ward is actually terrifying. It is. It was Arc Ward. I did pick Sven because it was like we needed a carry, and Sven was according to the likes of Dota picker, which I used to help me with my drafting, which is terrible. Otherwise. Using my blink, Sven was a good pick. That's something. And almost got my MKB terrifying. Well. Look how hard we're hitting him. I think I'm doing okay for carry. No, 30 minutes in, Sven didn't help you there. 7 even. And now we're just hitting buildings between Arc Ward is actually terrifying. And this too. I know it's not brilliant, but 195 last hits for me at this stage is like a lot. But look at that, hitting buildings so hard. But I'm not used to last hitting using my blink. That's something. Almost got my MK 200 last hits in 30 minutes. I think I'm doing okay for the carry. 30 minutes in, I'm 5-1, 5-1-7 even. Now farming, of course, not just going to stand here and wait for an opportunity. No, keep farming. Never stop farming. I know it's not brilliant, but 195 last hits for me at this stage is like free money. Got to make up for my inability to last hit in lane. But I'm not used to last hitting because, but yeah, at this point, I think I'm pretty confident that we're going to win. So just because we were doing so much damage and didn't have any I return of that A-OK. They didn't have any shutdown, lockdown. Now farming, of course, not just going to stand here and wait for an opportunity. No, keep farming. Never stop farming. Most reliable. Ancients farm and Axe a little bit, but they all need. I don't know. It's like free money. They didn't feel very scary at all. To make up for my inability to last hit in lane. It's not like when you're Crystal Maiden at this point, I think pretty confident they were going to win. Oh, I'm dead. Just Sven, you're so much damage and didn't have any. Did you want something? Return. Bye-bye shrines. Shutdown. Lockdown. That's another thing. They don't actually have very much lockdown. Doesn't happen. Spirit Breaker and that annoys me a little bit. The most reliable. The shrines don't go down as soon as we take it, but they all don't then go for the shrines. Because they don't feel very scary at all. And they stop the other team being able to move about the map so easily. It's not like when you're Crystal Maiden, given that I can now break a shrine reasonably well. Oh, I'm dead. God, you're Sven, you're like, does so much damage. Did you want something? So scary. Bye-bye shrines. Anyway, I killed the shrines. That's another thing. Now here I'm not afraid. I've got my MKB. There we are. I'm just hitting techies, hitting the building. Nothing can stop me. We don't then go for the shrines. I love doing that. That was amazing. Just because almost always I'm playing a hero that has to sit back and be careful. That I can't hit buildings, and if you go and hit buildings, it's like Crystal Maiden or Witch Doctor, you're in trouble. But here it was just like I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait. I can ulti, MKB ulti, jump in. Here I'm not afraid. I've got my MKB. There we are. I'm just hitting techies, hitting the building. Nothing can stop me. But that was just so cool being able to do those things. I love doing that. That was amazing. Just because almost always I'm playing a hero that has to sit back and they can't stop me hitting buildings. Hit buildings. Also, go and hit buildings can also be frustrating when you're on a team. You're in trouble. But here it was just like I don't have to wait. More about hero. I don't have to wait. I can ulti, but because I was the jump in hitter here, I should have probably used my war cry there as well. Buildings down. But it was just so satisfying. But
like that was satisfying.
But that was just so
you see
cool
me hanging around there
for a bit
and not
when my
have to
team
worry
had back,
about.
So I was like, let's fight more. Let's fight
really
more.
like,
I want more
buildings.
fighting.
They can't stop me hitting buildings.
This is amazing.
Also,
love playing Sven.
It can also be frustrating when you're on a team and instead
I am going
of
to try and play a
taking
few more
the
Svens
objective,
in
they
pubs.
worry more about hero kills.
Maybe if I play
That's
like
what
20 or 30
in.
games and become
But
more comfortable with them,
I
I'd
was
be happy
the
playing
building
Sven
hitter
around
here. I could get the buildings down, and it was just so satisfying
in the right situation.
Or like that was satisfying. You see me hanging around there
cool.
for a bit when my team had back. So I was
oh,
like, let's fight more. Let's
So
fight more.
rude.
I want more fighting. This is great. This is amazing.
Way harsh.
Love playing Sven.
It is harsh.
I am going to try and play a few
techies,
more Svens in pubs.
If you're a techies,
And maybe if I play
you
like
don't
20
worry
or
about
30
that,
games
Jen.
and become more comfortable
you're
with them, I'd be
techies,
happy playing
what I
them in a
do
ranked
is-
game. Well, obviously you get your axe so that you're in the
okay.
right situation. You can
which would be cool.
at least secure one little batch of remote mines.
Oh no!
But you use
so
like
rude.
trees
How'd
for
you use
cover,
this pick ticky
or
and the enemy buys a
you
gem?
use
Way
more
harsh.
proximity mines for traps and for
It is
blocking off
harsh.
parts of the
If
map.
you're a
and
techies,
use remote mines
if
for
you're a
farming.
techies,
There's lots of
you
options.
don't worry about that, Jen.
Okay, and those
If you're
buildings just
techies,
went down.
what I
and
do
how long
is-
did that take?
well,
obviously you
how
get
long
your
did that
axe,
take?
so that
5 seconds. Buy my
You're
buildings. Okay, I'm running away now. I thought it was dead.
You
But I'm
can,
like, no, I'm Sven.
at
I'm
least secure
invincible.
one little batch of
Invincible.
remote mines.
So going to
But
get some
you
nice
use
safe
like
jungle
trees
creeps
for
to get a little
cover,
more health.
But
Or there we go.
you
34
use
minutes.
more
All the
proximity
buildings
mines
killed.
for traps and
Which
for blocking
was
off
pretty
parts of the
satisfying, I have
map,
to say.
and use remote mines for farming.
Back to
There's
farming.
lots of options.
Obviously. Okay,
Never
and
stop
those
farming.
buildings just went
I've got 40
down. And
gold.
how long
Don't
did
you know
that
what to buy
take?
next?
How long did
What
that
was I gonna
take?
buy next?
5
Probably bits
seconds.
of travel, I guess.
Buy my buildings.
Would
Okay,
be
I'm running away now.
sensible-ish. I
I
don't
thought
know.
it was dead, but I'm like, no,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
Sven. I'm
going to get
invincible.
Moonshard, 'cause why the heck
Invincible.
not? I've got 4k gold.
So going to hit
and
some nice
we've
safe
got,
jungle creeps
to get a little more health.
But there we go. 34 minutes.
It felt good.
All the buildings
I
killed.
felt as though I really contributed.
Sometimes I don't feel as though I have much of
an
an
impact on the game as a sport because the
back to
carry,
farming.
obviously,
There's so much
never stop
yard
farming from the carry
got
that I
4k
can't
gold. I don't even know what to
somehow
buy
save
next.
them and make them
What was I gonna
better
buy
and
next?
be able
Probably
to do
bits of
damage
travel, I
and
guess.
stuff because they're just
Would be
I don't know, they're not
sensible-ish,
farming
I don't know.
efficiently or they're
Oh, a Moonshard. I
silly
want to get a
mistakes
Moonshard
that you
because
can't
why the heck
do
not? I've
anything
got 4k
to
gold
mitigate or
and
stuff
we've
like
got,
that.
Whereas this I
Mega
felt
creeps.
at
The
35
support was
minutes.
good.
It
Dazzle
felt
may have
good.
been salty.
I felt
but
as though I
did feel
really
like he was a good
contributed.
support.
Sometimes I don't feel as though I have
so he
much
did
of
at
an
least play
impact on
well.
the game as a support,
Which is
because
the
the
sort of
carry,
mitigating factor. Is
there's
if
so
you're going to be
much
salty,
yard
at least
from the
play
carry
your
that I
hero
can't
well.
somehow
Save
them
and
yeah,
make them
there we go.
better
Game
and
over.
be able to do
And
damage
my-
and stuff
that was
because they're
it
just
was
I
so
don't
much
know,
fun.
they're not
So
farming
much fun.
efficiently or
Just hitting things
they're
is Sven.
make
It was
silly
so
mistakes
cool.
that you can't
There we
do
go.
anything
It's
to
over.
mitigate or stuff like that.
Hey.
Whereas this
How
I
to
felt
play Sven at
the support was
1k or
good.
2k
Dazzle may have been
MMR,
salty, but I did
vaguely
feel like he was a
effectively,
good
I would
support.
say
So he
farm
did at
all
least
the
play well.
time. Don't
Which
die.
is the sort of
Keep
mitigating
farming.
factor. Is
Every
if you're
spare
going to be
moment,
salty, at least
find somewhere
play
to
your
farm.
hero well.
There we go.
And hit
Game
buildings
over. And
when the
that
opportunity
was
arises.
it was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, it
just
was a lot of
hitting
fun.
things
It was
is
good.
Sven.
So here we
It was
are.
So cool.
Decent net worth.
There we go. It's over.
Not quite as high as Arc Wardens. but
Hey!
most last hits.
So
actually.
how to
most
play
last hits in
Sven
the
at
game.
1k or 2k
Not the most
MMR,
damage, but
vaguely
lots of
effectively, I
building
would say.
damage. If we add in the building damage,
Farm all the time.
Not as much as Arc
Don't
Warden
die.
because they were
Keep
they were
farming.
also really good.
Every spare moment.
Part of the reason
Find
that it was
somewhere
so
to
easy
farm.
was Arc Warden. Our mid was
And,
really good,
and
and
hit
Dazzle
buildings.
was really good when the opportunity arises. That was really helpful.
But yeah,
And that
it
was
a
a
lot
game.
of fun. It was good.
So here we are.
Decent net worth.
If you're stuck
Not
in
quite as high as
TKM or
Arc
hell,
Wardens,
I would
but
certainly recommend
most last hits
Sven
actually.
as
Most last hits in the
a
game.
cool hero to
Not
play,
the most damage,
to learn,
but
try and
lots
get
of
building damage. If we add in the building damage, not as much as Arc
By
Warden,
which I mean
'cause they
below
were-
2k.
They were also really
I
good.
can't speak to anything
Part of the
higher.
reason that it was so easy was
I
Arc
have
Warden,
been that
our
low.
mid
I
was
have
really
been as
good,
low
and
as
Dazzle was really
I have
good.
to check exactly what
So-
it was, but it was 300 MMR.
That was really
I have
helpful.
climbed up,
And
out
that was a game.
300 MMR to
So,
2.7.
So I think
If you're
that
stuck in 2k
I do know a
MMR
little
bit,
bit. I would certainly
about
recommend
how to
Sven
raise your
as a
MMR. Not
cool
raising it to a
hero
high
play,
level, raising it to a
learn,
mediocre
try and
level.
get out.
But yet. So that was game. And
By which I
will
mean below
see you
2k.
next week for
I
another
can't
vid.
speak to
Bye,
anything
folks.
higher than that.
But I have been that low. I have been as low as I have to check exactly what it was, but it was 300 MMR. I have climbed up out of 300 MMR to 2.7. So I think that I do know a little bit about how to raise your MMR. Not raising it to a high level, raising it to a mediocre level. But yeah, so that was a game, and I will see you next week for another vid. Bye bye, folks.